Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals! And for this very special episode, we will be featuring the LEGO custom Jurassic World Alive PYRORAPTOR. But before we head on with this video, I'd like to say thanks to YouTube.com audio library for this awesome background music. Please also like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And to be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. Thanks everyone! Please also follow me on all my social media platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LYKA. There I'll be showing some of my exclusive photos and video clips as well. So, I'll see you there everyone! The Guess SPECIE contest winners will be announced later on in the video. But for now, let us move on with the making of the Jurassic World Alive PYRORAPTOR. Now the PYRORAPTOR actually is a simple build and also custom. You can see here I just attached wings on the sides of the arms of the PYRORAPTOR and also created several feathers on top of its head. So after I have already primered this one, this is how it looks like so far. So it's looking cool behind my cabinet there. So maybe I will be doing a camera trade someday, so watch out for that everyone. So here's a more closer look of the primered photo of the PYRORAPTOR. You can see here that some of the feathers on the sculpted areas are already visible, and I'm excited to paint this one. Okay, so what we'll be doing is we have here a few paint, acrylics, also some water, and some paintbrushes. So let's start. So the colors of the PYRORAPTOR is mainly orange. So I created this orange with a little bit of burnt sienna and painted this on most of the parts of the PYRORAPTOR. So there are 4 sections of where the actual feathers would be located, such as the tail, the some parts of the body, the thighs, the arms, and also the neck and some parts of the head. And after that has already been dried, I just added a little bit of yellow to the existing color that I have and place it on the bottom parts of the body. Using a finer brush, I actually created several feather-like details on the neck area as well as that of the face. Then, on some areas, I actually do dry brushing technique. So this actually brings about the highlights on certain areas such as that of the back, those of the feathers, also on the arms, as well as that of the tail. This also gives us that illusion of a gradient since the colors are very much identical. Okay, so following through with our reference here, I mixed a color, a mixture of red, brown, and also the same orange that we have, and created this wine-like color. Now we paint this on areas of the face, the arms, or I mean the hands, and also the legs. After this, I mixed it with a little bit of blue and applied it on the thigh area of the PYRORAPTOR. Here now is a mixture of metallic blue and also some blue, and applied it on the topmost portions where the feathers are actually located. So you can see here I'm individually painting on each feathers. this will be the same color that we will be applying on the stripes of the feathers on the body of the Pyroraptor. Okay, so using a fine tip brush, I'm actually painting on individual stripes on the Pyroraptor. I also painted on some details on top of the eyebrows of the Pyroraptor as well. Now you can see here, I mix a little bit of brown and some black, and then painting on striping details on each of the feathers on the head of the Pyroraptor. It makes it like similar to those of the quails and also that of the peasants in Canada. I actually forgot what those birds are called, but yeah, they do have really beautiful feathers. Using the same technique, I'm doing this same detailing on the tail feathers. And that's it for now for our making up the Pyroraptor. It's now time for us to announce the winners of the Guess the Species contest, and we have 10 lucky picks, and here they are: Joseph, EXP, Raphael, Dinozilla, Santiago, Coking, Letizia, Indil, Isaac, and Miacha. Congratulations everyone! Now for top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Jacktastic,
Top
Zara
9.
PKD,
Top 8.
Expo Juguetes y Mucho Más,
Top 7.
Wilhelmine Matos,
Top 6.
Limit Production,
Top
Aligorio
5.
Korea,
Top
Mr.
4.
T-Rex, Colton Todd, Parker Suarez, and
Top
Randy
1.
Amar. Congratulations everyone! And I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest! For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and then click on the community link, and then you'll see there all my posts. Wow! Pyroraptors are such good-looking dromaeosaurids. Well, let's move on with Cerebrix. Okay, let's count out the number of parts to this one. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 parts to the Pyroraptor. Right? Okay, so let's start by attaching the head to the lower jaw. Here. Just snaps out like that. Just put in a little bit of force, I guess. There you go. Now let's attach this to the body. Now let's attach the arms. This is the right, and then the right leg. Now for the left parts. So we have here the left arm and the left leg. And that completes our PYRORAPTOR. Simple, easy, and breezy. Now let's move on with a closer look of the PYRORAPTOR. Vroom, 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 vroom. Look at Evie there, he's hanging for his dear life. Well, this is actually based off from the PYRORAPTOR of Jurassic World Alive. It has such beautiful colors, that is why I wanted it to be depicted in this Lego form. Of course, Evie here is really excited, although he's quite a bit scared of the PYRORAPTOR. He'll be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, we can move on with the closer look of this one. And of course, Owen Grady here will be coming back as well. Okay, so putting up the PYRORAPTOR on a closer view here, you can see here the details of the feathers on the sculpt and even on the painting itself. There's quite a bit of a shine on the areas where I placed the blue colors, and I think it really provided a really good touch. The stripings on some of the feathers here are really looking good, and I think it gave it that particular drama on these particular areas. So you can see here some blue striping on the neck going towards the body. There are also some details provided on the feet as well, such as like scales on most of my theropod dinosaurs. The skin on the face and also the legs are non-feathered, so that is why it's actually colored wine. Okay, so if we're going to take a look at the articulation, of course, it's very similar to most raptors that we have. It can have movements on the lower jaw and also the neck area as well. The arms, of course, can be moved, as well as the legs. So you can have different motions, such as bouncing motions like this one, and kicking poses such as this. The tail is made of rubber foam, so it's quite flexible and won't easily break. This is such a good looking dromaeosaurid, and I think it is one of my favorite dromaeosaurids so far, aside from the Utahraptor, which is based off from the Philippine eagle. And that's it for the closer look on our PYRORAPTOR. We can now move on with the size comparisons. And to begin with the size comparisons, of course, we'll be comparing first with a human being, such as Evie here. I know the PYRORAPTOR really is smaller than what it is, but in most Jurassic films and even in the franchise, several raptors have already been created that are actually bigger than itself, like the Velociraptor. So I think the size on this Velociraptor or this PYRORAPTor is just okay. Here is a photo of the actual size of the PYRORAPTor compared to a human being. Well, we can now move on with some of the comparisons with some of my current creatures. So this is the extinct Rex Oviraptor. The Oviraptor here that I made is actually based off from a cassowary. So the colors would actually represent that of the actual creature. So we have here a blue head, some reddish details on the crest, as well as a burlap on the underside of its head. The feathers of it is actually black also. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is the Extinct Archaeopteryx. Now, if you haven't seen the video on the Archaeopteryx yet, I think you should see it. It's actually based off from the Masters of the Universe He-Man Tila. Definitely, it's smaller than that of the PYRORAPTOR. Well, that's it for our comparison with the Archaeopteryx. We can now move on with another feathered Extinct creation. This is, yes, you've guessed it, the Extinct Therizinosaurus. The Therizinosaurus here is one of my favorite big theropods with feathers. It's fully feathered, as you see, from head to tail. It's simply colored and it's also blue and a little bit of brown, very similar to that of the PYRORAPTOR, but on the opposite ends, because this one has more blue to it than pink or brown. Here is another one of my favorite theropod feathered dinosaurs. This is the Dinocheirus. The Dinocheirus is actually one of the largest ornithomimids. And you can see here that it actually is colored very similar to most storks. You can see here the head really looks like that of a duck. Quack quack. It also looks weird with that hump on its back, but I still like it anyways. Well, here now is the species roll call for this video. So we just have several few. But I think if you do have, several requests of things that you want to see here on the channel, please do place them down below, whether it's a dromaeosaurid, a feathered one, a non-feathered one, I don't really care. Just put it on the comment box below, don't be shy guys. I will be reading them up and probably replying on all your comments as well. So again, thank you guys for all your comments and all your, words of encouragement to me. Evie and the rest of the gang are actually happy also. We would also like to remind you guys that what you see here are available in our Extinct playlist, but I'll be putting on the links down below on the description box anyways. Oops. Now it's time for us to have the species roll call proper. This is the Extinct Archaeopteryx. This is the Extinct Oviraptor. This is our Extinct Therizinosaurus. Again, AB. This is our Extinct Dinocheirus. And of course, to start the show here, this is our Extinct PYRORAPTOR from Jurassic World Alive. Oh, that was a really bad impression. Well, let's move on with the last looks of the PYRORAPTOR. PYRORAPTOR is a genus of dromaeosaurid dinosaur from the late Cretaceous period on what is now known as southern France and northern Spain. The name PYRORAPTOR is actually a binomial name, PYRORAPTOR olympius. It actually means Mount Olympus piety, because its remains actually were rediscovered after a forest fire. The PYRORAPTOR was a smaller sized dromaeosaurid about 8 feet in general and weighed around 35 kilograms. Evie, go faster! You win! His head's going to be bitten off. Well, that is it for our video on our PYRORAPTOR from Jurassic World Alive. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Please also don't forget to watch and support our other channels. We have EB Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Usher. Please watch their videos and support their channel as well by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone!